Okay, it didn't turn green.
Yeah.
The red light is on?
We're good.
Red light is on. Okay.
You guys are gonna like this part.
Okay, so right here, we talked about the adrenal gland, zona glomerulosa, zona reticularis, zona zona glomerulosa, zona fascicularis, zona reticularis, and this is adrenal medulla. Am I making some sense? The texture and the staining is a little bit different between zona reticularis and adrenal medulla. It's called adrenal medulla. Here is a high magnification glomerulus, zona reticularis, zona glomerulosa, zona reticularis, zona fascicularis, zona reticularis, and then adrenal medulla. Okay, let's go. What is, are you guys ready? You studied all of these, you know these better than I do, I hope. Right? That's the idea. You know these better than I do. Right here, what is the name of structure? Villus. These are all villus. This is a cross section of villus. I will not bother you with the cross section of villus, but these are all villus. So where am I? What organ? Intestine, small intestine. And all of these are lymphatic nodules. That's the name. So what is the name of structure of lymphatic nodules? In the submucosa layer, this is the submucosa, what layer? I will ask. This is the submucosa layer of small intestine. This is the muscularis layer. You see the circular smooth muscle, but you don't see the longitudinal muscles that's supposed to be right here. They're outside. Longitudinal muscles are outside, like a little round thing, another round thing, another round thing. Look at your slides. You should be able to find them. You know what they already are. Okay, so what else do I have to know here? Probably nothing at this magnification. Well, I might. You never know. What tissue? Simple columnar epithelial tissue. Simple columnar epithelial tissue. And this is all lumen of the intestine. These are all lumen of the intestine. I hope I'm clear as mud. Okay, what is the name of tissue? Simple columnar epithelial tissue. What is the name of cell? What cell? Goblet cell. Goblet cell. What is the name of structure? Villus. I might show it to you at this magnification. You don't have to see the whole entire small intestine to call this is small intestine. At this magnification, this is the only thing you have look like this. Okay, so anyhow, let's go. What system? Endocrine system. What organ? Pituitary gland. What is the name of structure? Anterior pituitary gland. Darker staining, anterior pituitary gland. What is the name of structure? Posterior pituitary gland. What organ? Liver. This is liver. Okay, liver. What is the name of structure? Central vein. This is central vein. What is the name of structure right here? Sinusoid. Sinusoid. What is the name of tissue? Reticular connective tissue. If you do not write down connective tissue, I will not give you credit because I say you meant reticular epithelial tissue. There is no such a thing as reticular epithelial tissue. You must write down reticular connective tissue. I hope I'm making some sense. Okay, here is a high magnification, sinusoid, reticular connective tissue. These are not trash, but anyhow, central vein, central vein. What is the name of the cell? Hepatocytes. At this magnification, you might not see it, but I will ask. That doesn't mean anything. What is the name of the cell? Hepatocytes. You should know you're in liver, and the only cell you're responsible. There are more cells in liver, Kupffer cells, and so on and so forth, but the only cell you're responsible is hepatocytes. Okay, and then what layer? Parenchyma layer. Very good. Parenchyma layer of liver. Okay, what is the name of tissue on low magnification? For scanning, huh? Ciliated. Why? Where did you get pseudo? Ciliated, huh? ciliated, stratified, columnar epithelial tissue. This is not pseudo. Ciliated, stratified, columnar epithelial tissue. Right here, high magnification, right? Beautiful cilia. And these are columnar cells. Underneath, they are not columnar cells. They look like the cuboidal cells, but you call what is on top. Remember that? So this is ciliated, stratified, columnar epithelial tissue. Okay, what is the name of tissue? Transitional epithelial. If you write on transitional, I will not give you credit. I said you need transitional connective tissue. We do not have such a thing, transitional connective tissue. We don't have it. But you must write down transitional epithelial tissue. Okay, so it is epithelial tissue. What is the name of the tissue here? These are smooth muscle. And what is the name of the tissue? Connective tissue, what layer? Fibrosal layer. And this is muscularis layer, mucosal layer. Let's look at it, high magnification. Here is a high magnification. These are all muscles and connective tissue from here to here, connective tissue. What are these, you guys think? Adipocytes, yes, okay, very good. Here's a high magnification of transitional epithelial tissue. They turn from squamous to columnar. That's what they call them. Transitional epithelial tissue. Okay, I already showed you guys this, but we didn't have this one before. I was looking for this one. What is the name of tissue? Endothelial. Is that right? Single layer. It's a blood vessel. Single layer of simple squamous epithelial tissue in a blood vessel, any blood vessel in the body, artery, vein, anything, and also heart. It is endothelial. Endothelial. And of course, what is the name of tissue? Smooth muscle. And what is the name of tissue? Elastic. Very good. Elastic fiber. Okay. What organ? Huh? What organ? Stomach. Stomach. What is the name of structure? The entire structure. Rugi. That's right. That's Rugi or Rugi. Either one. Both spelling based on the textbook I read once is correct. What is the name of the layer? Mucosa layer. And then I don't see much of a nice. There is submucosa here, but this cut is not a good one. What is the name of tissue? Oblique muscle. In your stomach, you have 3 sets of muscles: oblique, circular, and longitudinal. I hope I'm making some sense. In small intestine, large intestine, esophagus, you have only longitudinal and circular. Am I making some sense? A little bit. But here you have oblique. What is the name of tissue? Smooth circular muscle, and this is smooth longitudinal muscle. What is the name of structure? Gastric pit. Right here in the bottom. Right here is the bottom. What is the name of structure? Gastric gland. It's in your list. These are some of the things. From here to here is called what? What is the name of layer? I'll put the pointer right here. What layer? Mucosa layer. Mucosa layer. And of course underneath you have right here is a mucosa layer, and then a little bit of submucosa layer, and then all of this is muscularis layer. It's hard to distinguish between oblique, circular, and longitudinal, but they're there. Okay, what organ? Pancreas. What is the name of structure? Islets of Langerhans. One here, one here. There could be some. Okay, islets of Langerhans. Now, what organ? Pancreas. What system? Digestive system, or you can write down endocrine system. Either one, you're correct. Right here, when I was taking the picture, I guess the microscope went out of focus, but this is islets of Langerhans. You cannot see exocrine acini. It's not very well focused, but this one is even better than your textbook. They want the picture in your textbook. Right here, islets of Langerhans, exocrine acini. That's all you have to know in there. What organ? Pancreas, what system? You already know. Okay, what is the name of tissue? Skeletal muscle. Why? I mean, I don't see any striation, but you see many nuclei on the periphery of the cell. The only thing look like it is skeletal muscle. Now you see some striation. Okay, and their periphery on the periphery of their nucleus. So this is skeletal muscle high magnification. What is? These are all frog and human blood. Frog blood is nucleated. We evolved, primates evolved, and what happened, we lost the nucleus in our red blood cells, and so we have white blood cells. They do not, it's not that frogs and birds, all other vertebrates, they do not have white blood cells. They also do have white blood cells. They have white blood cells as well. But our red blood cells evolved to become more specific, to transport nutrient, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Their red blood cells do both, fight infection, and also their red blood cells, they have nucleus, they fight infection, and also they transport nutrient, food, gas, so on and so forth. But anyhow, on this slide, that's all you have to tell. I think there's nothing you really should look at. What is the name of the cell? Huh? Monocyte, very good. C-shaped nucleus, C-shaped nucleus, and it is 3 times of red blood cell. 3 times of red blood cell. That's a monocyte. What is the name of the cell? Neutrophil. That's a neutrophil. What is the name of the cell? Eosinophil. Okay, what system? Immune system. What system? Cardiovascular, vascular system, red blood cells. You know that. Okay, again, that's a eosinophil. The nucleus is purple, but the granules inside are red. This is a neutrophil, eosinophil. Here is, again, the microscope will not focus on me, but the granules, I don't know if you guys can make it out or not. I can see it better here. Right here, the granules, they're dark. You did see them there, both eosinophil and you saw the eosinophil and basophil. I put them on demo microscopes there. Did you take a look at them? Fine. You did not take a look at them? Fine. Okay? But it could be in the exam. I don't know, fine is the right word or not. It could be in the exam. So anyhow, neutrophil. I'm sorry, neutrophil here, basophil. Okay. What tissue? The black lines. Reticular connective tissue. What organ? Lymph node. This is a lymph node. Lymph node. You have them all over your body. And right here, reticular connective tissue. What is the name of the cell? Lymphocytes. Very good. Lymphocytes. What organ? Thyroid gland. What system? Endocrine system. You cannot write down digestive, you cannot write down reproductive, none of that is acceptable. Okay, what is the name of the molecule here? Thyroglobulin. Very good. Thyroglobulin. What is the name of tissue? What tissue? Simple, cuboidal, epithelial tissue. That's the one I want. Simple cuboidal epithelial tissue. What is the name of the cell? Very good. Follicular cells. Follicular cells. What tissue? Cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. What is the name of structure? Intercalated disc. The nucleus are nice and round in the middle of this. What organ? Lymph node. Lymph node. And this is lymphatic nodules. Lymphatic nodules. So I'll put the pointer here. What is the name of structure? Lymphatic nodules. What is the organ? Lymph node. So you have nodules inside of your lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are all over your body. Okay. Okay. What organ? Huh? Esophagus. Very good. What tissue? Stratified squamous epithelial tissue. This is not keratin, guys. Don't confuse it. That's mucus. All of that is mucus. And what organ is this? The C shape was cut off a little bit. That's trachea. What tissue? Ciliated, pseudostratified columnar epithelial tissue. This is the pseudo. You all were looking at the female uterus oviduct and you were calling it pseudo. No, that's not pseudo. That's the real one. It's a real ciliated, stratified columnar epithelial tissue. This is a pseudo. Why? When you look at it on the microscope, you might think this is more than one layer, but no, actually it is one layer. That's what they call it pseudo. That's where the term pseudo comes from. When you put it on high power, you look at this, you might think it is more than one layer, but it is not. It is one layer. So they didn't call it simple, they call it pseudo. Ciliated, pseudo-stratified columnar epithelial tissue. What is the name of tissue here? Cartilage, connective tissue. I'm hoping you would write down. So that's it. Here is a high. Again, I did not take a good picture. There are some slides much nicer than this one. This is all the junk you inhaled. So the cilia here are pushing you up your throat, and you clean your throat in the restroom, not in the hallways of the college. Is that right? What is the tissue? Stratified epithelial, stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Stratified squamous epithelial tissue. Okay, what is the name of structure? Huh? Villus. This is again intestine. This is intestine. Villus. And what is the name of tissue? Simple columnar epithelial tissue. What is the name of the cell? Goblet cell. What is the name of structure? Villus. What system? Digestive system. What organ? Small intestine. Here we go. You can see the brush border, nice and beautiful. This is great. And here is mucus coming out of goblet cells. And this is a great picture, I think. And again, this is going to give you an impression. It's more than one layer, but it's not. Take my word for it. I promise you, it's all one layer. You might think it's not. Is there? Is there any question? Everybody's hunky dory.